What? The Beast offense? That doesn't transfer to high school. That's what a coach today commented on a post that I commented on that the Beast offense is just terrible for youth football because none of those skills transfer to high school football and beyond. And let me tell you something, guys. I hit ChatGPT, ask what are the top youth football skills that should try to transfer over, and we're going to take a look at them. So let's get started. So here they are. You can read the whole list here. I don't want to read them because I'm going to go through them, but there's 20. And yes, they all transfer over. I mean, blocking and tackling is blocking for the Beast offense is kind of big. And that definitely transfers over, but let's get in here. So stance and start. All these high school players, I mean, coaches want their players to have a great stance and start. Well, Beast offense, we teach an offensive line, a low 2, 3-point, 4-point. Running backs are in a 2, receivers in a 2. We do a ton of get off drills, snap count drills. So I don't know what you're thinking, but that transfers. Snap count. Well, I think we have a lot of snap counts and they transfer. Multiple snap counts, formation, play based. A lot of plays have motion. We have a different count for that. Normal count is ready, set, hut, go. We go in ready, pilot. We have a silent count. We have fake counts for older teams like Omaha, and then check, black, blue, and then we go into our real count. Then we have no play. And then we use, like when we do drills, they all go on a snap count to start the drill. I'd say on 90% of those. So we're running snap count, multiple snap counts, games, practices, scrimmages. So that transfers. Let's see what else here. Position and holds. Heck yeah. Position and holds. First 2 weeks with every team, we use either t-shirts, which is an article on my website, coachparker.org, about how to use t-shirts to set up a little drill. I've started using laundry baskets. A lot of guys use, I guess they're using trash cans, but you can use cones to teach all these positions, holes, formations. We test players during the drills. We use Beast Tight, and we'll use an offset eye to teach all the holes and positions. And so forth. We use a number system that we've been using since I've been using in high school. A lot of guys use that. We also teach lanes, and we teach concepts. So there's that. I think throughout the season on scout teams, as we're talking about other players, other teams, and what their players and formations do, we're doing the same thing, looking at all these other formations. So I think all of that transfers to high school. Another Beast offense thing transfers to high school. Amazing. I can't believe it. The Beast offense sucks. Well, it doesn't. I've been running it to 94, and I've been winning 70% of my games. In Super Bowls, about 50% of the time. Playoffs, almost 100% of the time. So don't tell me stuff doesn't transfer. I played high school at a high level in Houston. This all transfers. Just was in the pros as far as the Beast was, Beast Tank. And Philly uses a tush push. So all this stuff transfers. Kansas City runs a lot of weird plays too. But let's talk about formation and alignments. I got sidetracked. So a lot of folks, when they think of the Beast offense, they think of the Yale single wing. In my Power Wing Beast offense, I run multiple formations, which I came up with back in 94, definitely a lot more in 2008, 2010. So there's Beast Tight, which is a Yale single wing. Beast Wide is a flat bunch. Beast Spread is a quads trip. There's a Beast Bunch, which is like a quad or a trips, depending on how you do it. And then there's the Stepchild, Beast Fat Cake, Hellcat formation. And those 5 are really the core of my Beast offense that I've run forever. Now, within my Power Wing Beast offense book, there's other formations which we'll add 1 or 2 of those in, usually a power eye or an offset eye or maybe a double wing. And we'll run, multiple formations, and that's based on age, on how many we pick. And the key is that all of our players learn how to align and move around in the base formations. We have tags. We have in-play audibles and adjustments, and they can do that. We even have an unbalanced and even O-line, and we have tackle over, tight end over in the split. We do all of that. And I can't believe I think all that transfers to high school. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Now look at the formations, because a lot of you guys and all the naysayers don't really know what this stuff is. Oh my God, it kills me. This stuff has been out on the internet since 2008. If you don't know me or the Beast, one of the biggest guys out there I consulted with, and he's doing the Beast, and it's gotten so popular. So here's the Beast height. This is the Yale single wing. I go shotgun under center. Here's the Beast wide worm. This is just a flat bunch or a horizontal bunch or whatever you are condensed bunch. Whatever you want to call it out there. It's a bunch formation. I just took those three Beast backs in yellow and we've moved them out. Beast jumbo or spread, whatever you want to call this. I'm in a quad strip thing with those guys now. That is a great passing formation, sweep option, wildcat, whatever you want to call it. We run a ton of this. Here's a bunch. Oh my God. I think pros run those last two formations and maybe the third. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Here is the stepchild and the Beast that I came up with in about 2015 or 13. I can't remember. But we added this where we pulled one Beast back. It became kind of a single wing fat Wildcat, Hellcat. I keep trying to figure out the name. I'm calling it Hellcat, Tomcat now, whatever. But here it is. This is a more traditional kind of offense. There's a lot of faking going on and all that good stuff. And then we also will add in, I'll be honest, I don't just run the Beast offense. I'll have another formation in there. In Texas, we're having to run multiples. We can't just run one or two little things because defenses will shut us down. Here is my power eye variation or an ace or whatever you want to call this. We run this. This is a lot of traditional football out of here. The same thing with this offset eye. And if you look at it, it looks like pie, but under center, and it looks like a single wing. Oh my gosh, this is in the NFL under center, high schools, middle schools. I don't care. People run those last two formations. Amazing. All of this is transferable. So that's the formations. Blocking. Now we're big on blocking, just like a lot of other power football teams. So blocking, like tackling, is the base fundamental. They get transferred to high school, college, NFL pros, whatever. So, man, we block, and we block really well. Our offensive linemen are highly recruited throughout North Texas select teams. Matter of fact, I got decimated about 3 seasons ago. All my big linemen were gone. They took them because they know they get coached and they've got the fundamentals. So when people are telling me this stuff doesn't transfer, why for 20 to 30 seasons have most of my players been hijacked by travel teams? Because we're coaching in a rec because I don't want to travel around anymore. I prefer to be at home and do my stuff. All these select travel teams are taking my players. So offensive line, every day we're doing steps, rules, board, box. That is a key thing that we do in the Beast offense. We gap scheme, we got angle blocks, we got scramble blocks, we got down blocks, kick out trap, pulling. We've got O-line calls and rules, probably more than most people. Jaw, which is mine, which is simplified God. Then we got God, gold, goo, wedge, BB split, right and left, track, simple zone. Then we've got in game, at line of scrimmage, calls, domino, cannon, Olga, Inga. You tell me, because my sons have told me at high school, did they teach any of this? And that was a no. They told me in Texas that they learn more from me at the youth level than they learn from their middle school or high school coaches. And I can guarantee you that was the same for me, because in middle school, I'd already played 4 years and I was teaching our O-line coach how to block from my select days when I was in Houston as a young man, a young child, 8 to 10, 11. So our blocking is top, and that transfers. Now, the big thing about the Beast, which is great, especially if I was a high school coach, is our running backs actually have to learn how to block. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out where my time is. Unlike a lot of offenses where they just let these skill players or run willy-nilly around and never touch a bag and don't really know how to block, our backs know how to block and must block. Lead, wham, kick out, seal blocks, log blocks, open field, mirror, stock blocks, who to block on a count system for outside when they're outside a tight end. If we want them on the line, there's a chow on call. They insert to the line of scrimmage. Now they need to know the line of scrimmage, the offensive line calls. We also do crackback blocking. So all of this, tell me now who's not doing this at a high school level. These things transfer. I want to know. Ball security. Man, because we're running a power offense, we can't put the ball on the ground. We don't have the oomph sometimes to get the ball down the field quickly. So we take pride in ball security and protecting the rock and know how to run and hit the right lanes. We talk about how to hold the football. We do a running back gauntlet, how to run low and hard, protect the rock, drive the feet, fall forward. We talk about hitting the ladder, when to make a cutback, when not to make a cutback, especially on sweeps, when to cut it in, when to keep going. If you see the butt or the numbers of your blocker, you got to cut in. If you don't see them, you can go around. The fox and rabbit drill, and we got a back that doesn't want to hit a hole. We hit that where there's a tackler behind him. We do a beast kind of wall drill to make sure we're hitting the right lanes. And again, I said the fall forward drill. We're big on our backs falling forward for another 1 yard or 2 yards if they can get it. You tell me if this is not transferable. It is transferable. Here's a big one: quarterback exchange. You know, we don't really have a quarterback, although we kind of name one every now and then because we're in that spread and bunch. And so there's sometimes a quarterback back there that's going to run sweep option. But we'll have 6 to 8 different backs learning in a snapping pod how to take snaps under center, which I spelled wrong there, and shotgun. And we'll have 3 to 4 centers. Tell me who's doing that. You're getting a lot of reps. All of our guys are getting passing pod reps. They're doing half line drills to get these center exchanges live in scrimmages and games. All of the backs, not just 1 or 2 little quarterbacks, are learning at the youth level how to do that, because some of these backs may be a quarterback in high school. And so they've got some reps. A lot of teams never give them these snapping pod reps or these scrimmage reps. The thing with the beast, you can switch in backs. It's simple to run. I don't have to have one dude run the formation. We have 3 or 4 different backs, 6 different backs, switching in, running plays. That's not to mention the counter backs and the reverse backs or whatever. That's just the main dude. Why are you thinking I'm only running one back the entire game in the beast? What? Come on, man. They're getting tons of reps at snaps. Is snapping transferable exchange? Oh, I think it is. Both the centers and the beast backs. So, oh my God. And yes, you saw my 2-handed snapping video. That's because my 4th or 1st center needs to get the ball back in the snapping pod. Big deal. That's transferable too if you want it to be. Handoff, backfield footwork training. Oh my gosh, this is all So all our backs, we do a handoff drill. Basically, it's part of the running back gauntlet. We hand off. They do a stiff arm. They hit the gauntlet. We also do play walkthroughs. We do counters and reverses a lot out of the beast. So there's a lot of handoff, more than you think, that's going on. Probably as much as, well, not as much as some other formations, but when we run the eye or an offset eye within our grouping, they're getting all of that work. So they're getting this in practice. Okay. Footwork, all of them are getting this. They're all working wildcat shotgun under center. They're going passing. They're hitting the lanes and the holes. We run motion, counters, reverses, fakes, passing. All of that transfers. Faking. One fake is worth 2 blocks. That is key to our offense, especially in the Fat Cat Hellcat thing. One back is usually faking, or there's some counters going on. And in the Beast Wedge, which is a big play for us, we have one of our backs do a mouse sweep fake. And you can watch all of these videos. The main video, I think I did like 8 or 10 years ago, you can see the cameraman watch the kid on a fake. I bet that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't carry over. Oh my God. Who are you people? Passing and catching. In the spread jumbo, Worm and the bunch, we are passing a ton. I just did a video of 20 years of plays, highlights. There's a video out there. I think the first 7 of 10 plays are us passing out of these formations. I'm just not running one dude up the middle every damn play. Who said that? Who thinks that? I'm not an idiot. I don't think anybody else that's running the beast is an idiot. So every practice, we're pre-practice, we open with it, a passing pod, passing catches, route tree, all our main routes. We do all of that. We're talking to 6 to 8 kids on all of this. We only usually have in our league probably 15 to 18 kids on our team. So half of my team, more than half, because I usually have 2 centers working with the beast backs throwing, the other ones are catching. And then we're having almost everybody, 60% of the kids on our team are going through a passing catching pod. I'm not sure if that transfers really. Do you? Yes, it does. Oh my God. So the beast, worm, and spread bunch are just spread out beast backs into quads and bunches or a flat bunch. These are great sweep option and pass formations. Sorry about that. We get a ton of stuff going on with those formations for passing. So we do pass. I mean, it's nonstop. So I don't know what you're talking about here. Here's those formations as you can see them. These look like pro and high school formations. Oh my gosh. These are spread formations. I can't believe, are these transferable? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Play series and execution. We have series of plays that we run to set up a defense, especially we're going unbalanced, even, balance to the weak side, backside. Defensive coordinators have trouble what's going on. And the thing is our kids are moving in and out of these without not a lot of trouble once they get to about 10U. So I think that's transferable, and that's a good skill. Execution is a huge thing for the Beast offense to do. It's a power offense. It's a team offense, not a highlight player offense. Everybody is working as a team to make it work. I know that this stuff works when I have a team in the huddle on a 4th and 15 when I've called a timeout and they want to run a beast wedge for a first down, and we score on this a lot of times. Why are we doing that? They all believe. It's a team offense. I'm not highlighting some quarterback and wide receiver all day. We give out touchdown stickers to our offensive line when we score on these big power plays. Team communication. Well, I know that. How much do I have left here? I got a bunch of left. I guess this is going long. Team communication, very important in the Beast offense. We have sideline calls with rich coaches, hand signals, play nicknames, audibles at the line of scrimmage, play adjustments by the O-line, Inga, Ogochow, Can, and Domino. The offensive line and running backs can actually call a hole at the line of scrimmage and adjust away from the best tackler. We've taught that. And we have snap count differences on certain formations and plays. I don't think a lot of high schools are doing some of this. Definitely not middle school. So I don't know why the Beast offense sucks and is not transferable. This team communication is some of the best. Most of my kids are getting recruited by select travel teams, and they're some of the best players in their high school running this offense. Reading the defense, oh my God, in Beast Fat Cake Hellcats years, at older, We just have we just call right or left and then have the players read the defense for the bubble hole or where they think is open, and then they actually will call the play. I don't know how many coaches are doing that. I don't even call the play. I just call the formation. In the Beast Bunch of spread, we've got whole audibles for routes and route combos, the backside tight end. Quarterback can call it. I can call it from the sideline. There's a video out there on the Beast Tank deep dive on how to RPO and read the defense to make that play work no matter what they're doing. I don't know if anybody else is doing that at the youth level. We teach our Beast backs where to find the holes and creases based on how the defense is set up and where those are. There's a 99-yard touchdown setup play that happened that way where he read – I told him to go a quarterback sneak. He kind of went back. He came back up and runs 99 yards to win us that team against that team and get us in the Super Bowl. That's 8U. I'm not sure that's transferable. We also, during timeouts, will tell us, because our players, they've seen so much of this defensive stuff for the laundry baskets and the T-shirts. They'll tell us where holes and gaps are and where we should hit. This is communication and reading the defense. Shit. I'm not sure this actually transfers to high school. Well, it does. Effort and hustle. Well, man, if you're running a power offense, these are basically keys. You can read the chart. I don't need to go through all this. But the one thing that we do, especially the Beast, Titan, Worm, we want our guys to hustle quickly up to the line to get set, very much like a Texas slot T offense, because the defense, we don't want them shifting or reading what we're doing on some plays. On some, we want them to do it to go counter. But this is a huge deal. We always are teaching hustle and effort. That's a key for us. Same thing with toughness and mental, physical. Oh my God. If you're running a power offense, this is just kind of simple stuff. You know, we all got to be tough. And in our league, we're getting 15 maybe on a team because they want a lot of play time. So all of our kids have to be physically and mentally tough because they're basically playing the whole game. We've been doing that. That's one reason why our kids are recruited highly around the DFW area, is because they're tough and they are known to be coached well. But I'm not sure any of this really transfers. Do you? Maybe so. Football IQ, oh my God, I've got some of the smartest kids. Our staff, my compadre for the last 15 years, Coach Witt and I, we're more IQ coaches. And so we like smarter football players. I mean, I've asked math questions when we're recruiting kids. We're wanting kids with high IQ so we can easily teach them quick things and do things. We'll make YouTube videos and give those to the kids. Our players are some of the top smart football players in our league because that's what we go for. That's what we're searching for. We're like a Tom Landry pair. We like skills, but with that, we want character and smart football players. That actually should transfer to high schools into the NFL. That character and smart football IQ, that really should be transferring, I think. Offensive pride in winning. Like I said, we have won so many games and developed so many players. And that's the thing. I think when people say winning and the pride of winning, they forget that when you develop the players like we do and really focus on those core fundamentals, winning happens. And we focus on that, those fundamental cores, practice is tough, and then we make sure we can win, because that is a learned skill. Plus, here in Texas, parents and players will not put up with a team that is not at least winning 50% of their games or more. So we take pride in that. It's a learned skill. I see a lot of high schools just losing their butts right now because they don't know how to win. Those players don't know how to win because they're running spread or they're running whatever, and they haven't figured out that you have to match your roster to your talent or run something so simple like the Beast where anybody basically can run it. Winning is a learned skill. Take pride in offense, and our teams do, because when our players are looking for a beast tank or a beast wedge on fourth down versus a pass play, they believe and have pride in what we're doing. Well, that was my rant It's already 24 minutes, but here is a list of the fundamentals. I think all of these, if you want to use this for your offense or whatever, do that. I'm not going to go back through them. Here are my playbooks. If you want to support me, head over to my private Facebook group. You can find me. I'm always over there. I'm always available by email. And here's now through July for Father's Day in the summer. There's a bundle over there. You get 4 playbooks basically for the price of 2 over at coachparker.org. It's right on the front page. But again, this has been how those beast offenses hidden fundamentals translate to high school football and beyond. And I think maybe I've proven my point, at least I hope so, that all of this transfers. I don't know why people think the beast offense doesn't transfer, especially when the Memphis Showboats ran it in the pros. OSU is running some of it. Rick Stewart and I think the Bisbee High School out of Oklahoma is running some of it now, variations of it. So it's gotten very popular since I published my first book in 2017 and really been pushing it since 2008 on my blog. So this is Coach Parker with coachparker.org over at coachparker.org and beastoffense.com. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was fun to make. See you guys next time. Ciao.